Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online video. We are on test and today I am inside of Bloodroot Fordge. I'm going to take you guys through the first boss encounter, let you guys see it, and then I'll tell you guys a little bit more about the dungeon other than that, what I know of it, because I've already played through it. I haven't played through it on vet mode, this one. The other one I have, and I can tell you that the difficulty on the other one, like on vet mode, is comparable to that of most of the Path 2 dungeons. It's not as difficult as like White Gold Tower. It's not as difficult as Ruins of Mazatoon. But it is definitely like on par with them, but more or less more on par with like Fungal Grotto 2. I can't even think of any of the names, but a lot of the Path 2 dungeons. So this is, like I said, Bloodroot Fordge. We're going to go ahead and go through it. I'm not going to take the story because I don't want to spoil anything. I didn't even want to spoil it for myself, so I will pass it up. We're just going to go ahead and head on through. Go ahead and get my buffs going. There's a lot of enemies that spawn, like right away, and there's a one elite mob, so you have to kind of be on guard with some of this stuff, especially that elite guy. He can really do some damage. The spellcasters can hurt a lot too, so if this is just my opinion, if you're going to play through this, take out the spellcasters as quickly as you can before you start working on the big guy. Let the tank take the big guy, and the DPS just work these little guys down, because it's a lot easier to do that, to take them out, than it is to try and do all of it together. So, go ahead and work his armor a little bit. Just go ahead and bring him down a little bit more. There we go. So that's done. But yeah, on those particular fights, you definitely want to bring that big guy down, like have the tank take them first, and then go after the other ones. So I will be changing up my build here in a second when we get to the next room, when we get to the first boss. So because I don't want to run this against the first boss, it's kind of like it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. So you also got to be careful when going through here. Because of all the ads, so bam. Bring the pain. Now this one is horrible. This pole right here is pretty horrible because of all the ads that come in from the background. Like, you don't see them, and that's the spellcasters mostly. You can tank this pretty easily if you pull them to a certain area. You can pull the ads up around this rock, just so you guys can see. You can pull them up around this rock here, and they'll all run to a certain spot, and you can kind of group them up a little bit. So, oh, come on. Sorry, it's my mouse. It's being finicky again, guys. Go ahead. Really? Really? That didn't work? My Dawnbreaker broke. That was funny. Trying to get some stats built up here, or stam built up in here. Go ahead and try and get a heavy attack off. There we go. Now we're good. Really? It's gonna kill you, dude. You're getting in my way, son. I like that. I wish we had that ability with the roots and stuff that locks them down and like sets them on fire. That'd be cool. And no, we're not that lucky. Move on. And I believe this is the first boss. Let me make sure. Yes. So this is the first boss encounter. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out real quick to my bow because it makes it a little bit easier. And let me get my bow abilities. Oops, wrong. Oh my. I'm having one of those days, guys. One of those days. Just bear with me. So. Now, I'm not worried about taunting or anything. I'm just in here for this, so. Start with that. Oops. This boss isn't too bad on this difficulty. I don't even know what difficulty I'm in here on. But it's not too bad. Like, you can see that it has certain abilities, and they're pretty easy to make sure that you can avoid them, kind of thing. So now that's the part, this is the part where things get a little tricky, because he starts summoning these things that do a lot of poison dots. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted the bow, was so I could take out those things at a range. And if they apply that poison to you, it gets applied to you, and it keeps going, it follows you. So these ads aren't too bad. They're actually pretty easy to take out if you have, because you can keep them rounded up pretty well. But now we're just going to go ahead and burn it and get them out of here. I used to just surround out other plants. So I want to get my bow ready. I'm going to go ahead and put that on it so I can bring it down a little bit quicker. I'm just going to stand, I can stand through this, so it's okay. And he's going to summon another plant. I got to find out where he summoned it at, though. Now, he'll keep the plants coming in, and the ads will just keep spawning, pretty much. A lot. Like, he's pretty well at keeping the stuff coming in, so. Oh, man, I didn't even see them coming. I should have saved that Dawnbreaker. Oh, well. Now he's got another plant out here. This is what we need to do. I think I got it on the plant. Get rid of that. You want to get rid of those plants as fast as you can. If you're in here with a group, you know, of course most people should be. But if you're in here with a group, you want to make sure that you bring those plants down as quickly as you can, because they can do a lot of devastating stuff to your group. So. We can get a Dawnbreaker off real quick. Just get him dead. And there we go. Boss is dead. And that is the first boss encounter. I'm going to take you guys a little bit further in to where the second boss encounter is, because it's not too... Well, no, it's pretty far away. The second boss encounter is right here, right before these ruins, before you go inside them. And then you head down into here. There's roughly... See, there's one boss here. I believe there's another boss right here. And then another boss here or here. And then the final boss is here. So you get a few bosses in this dungeon. It's really not super challenging. This one reminds me of... I want to say... Not City of Ash. The one with the arenas. I can't think of what it is. Where you got to fight like the giant. You got to fight the arena champions. Not Dragonstar, but it's like another. It's one of the dungeons. It reminds me a lot of that in difficulty and everything like that. It's a really good dungeon. The layout's really good. The mechanics, the everything like that are really good, and it's not super challenging, but it has enough challenge that it just makes it for really, just a really good gameplay experience. And if you're not a big dungeon runner, running this on normal is not a huge problem. With a group, you can pretty much breeze through it in no time. If you have a decent enough group, you can breeze through it pretty quick. With the other dungeon, it's a little bit more difficult because it has a little bit greater mechanics with the minotaurs and everything like that. So, and not greater mechanics, it has just a little bit more mechanic to it that you have to kind of get accustomed to. And once you get that routine down and you get the flow of the dungeon like layout down, it's really kind of a simple dungeon, but it still has its complications, especially with the end boss encounter on hard mode. Same with this one. The end boss on this one on normal isn't too bad, but on hard mode I hear it's really bad, and on vet mode I hear it's even harder. So purges and stuff are definitely something to think about carrying with you when you're running this dungeon, because of cleansing and all that kind of thing. It's something to look at. And you know, if you're playing a healer, try to carry a purge with you, because you do get a lot of negative status effects applied to you in this dungeon and in the other one as well. So, but that's pretty much Bloodroot Fordge. It's, like I said, it's got its challenge, and it's got it's got its challenge. It's got its it's got its challenge when in certain things, but it's not super challenging. Like I showed you with the encounters, the mobs with the big, with the pip next to their names, or on their health bars, you want to kind of take them, have the tank grab them definitely, because if they go after anyone else, they do a lot of damage, especially on vet mode. So you want to grab them, and then if you can, grab any melee ones, and let your stamina DPS just wipe out the magic people, because they can just burn them down really quick. And let your magic DPS focus on what you're fighting, and the healer can keep you guys alive pretty well. And like I said, I don't want to reveal too many spoilers. Everyone else has already spoiled these things enough. But I want to keep it spoiler free, especially for myself, more for myself on the story part. So that's why I haven't played through the story. And another reason why I haven't focused a lot on the dungeons or I'm not going to focus a lot on the dungeons, because I like to keep things spoiler free. So, but yeah, it's both of them are really good. I'll leave it at that. I will do another thing like this with the other dungeon, where I play through up to the first boss, and I kind of explain the encounter and how to do it. Like with this one, as you guys saw, you want to take out those plants as quickly as you can, because they do apply a lot of poison damage to your group. And if you get hit with that poison, you kind of carry it with you. So it's good to keep the tank focused on, the tank to focus on those plants, so that they keep the poison on them, so the rest of the people can stay a little bit at ranged, and the DPS can get on one side and they're not getting affected by that poison. So it's kind of like positioning kind of a thing. You want to keep that positioning to where the poison's on you as a tank and not on anybody else. And if you are playing a Templar tank, you do have your own cleanse if you want to carry this ability. It is in Restoring Light. It is this right here. This is a cleanse you can use. It removes status effects, but it doesn't stop them from reapplying that poison, because they do apply it a lot. So it's better to just kind of leave the poison and heal yourself through it until you get the mob killed. Then you can cleanse yourself of it. So, but yeah, like I said, it's a really cool dungeon. Its mechanics aren't too complicated to figure out. It's just a matter of understanding. And then, like with those dog ads, if you're playing a tank, you can taunt them up and bring them all together and with the boss, and just sit there and burn them down. If I had a group in here, this fight would have been nothing. Like, literally, it wouldn't have even been a challenge. Like, none whatsoever. I had to actually play through this by myself, as much of it as I could by myself without a group, so I could get a better understanding of the mechanics. Because when you come in here with a group on normal, everything dies super fast, so you don't get a chance to really see the mechanics. But I know a lot of players that play through these things, they want to see mechanics, they want to see the fights, and they want to see how they work. So that's why I kind of went through here solo, is so I could give you guys an idea of those mechanics. I would show you guys the rest of the bosses, but to be honest, like I said, I want to keep it spoiler free. I want you guys to experience it for yourself. And that's pretty much it. But this is Bloodroot Fordge, you guys. Really, really, really awesome dungeon. I love this dungeon more than I like the other one. The other one's cool, especially with the house attached to it. It's really cool, but this is great. Like, they couldn't have done a better job with this one. And so congratulations to the devs on the hard work and the fantastic layout. I love it. I'm excited. I can't wait. I really cannot wait for this patch to come here, to come in, and or this DLC to drop, because it's going to bring game updates. It's bringing new stuff. It's just going to be super cool. I haven't tested out the new mini game on the PvP. I'm going to try it out tonight and see what I think of it, if I can get into a game match of it. And I'll let you guys know tomorrow if I do it. I'll put a video up of that along with the other dungeon as well. So I'll put both videos up. I don't care. But yeah, so that's it. I want to thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that like button. If you want to see more videos by me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Other than that, that's it. So until next time, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later. Bye.